we straight? Just waiting on some. Oh, hello. We got a people. How are you? Thank you for coming. We are going to organize pages today. This is a background for pages. And I chose my backgrounds based on the pages that I chose. Which I chose pages, and I'm going to wait for more people to come in based on what we've already built for our book. Where's all the stuff? There it is. So we're just going to keep this stuff so y'all can kind of see how I did it. Oh, and I need to plug the phone in. Uh-oh. So we don't die during our live stream. There we go. And I normally have the cord clamped out of my way, and that's not going to work today. See if I can find something to clamp us to, just to keep it up off the table. There we go. Now it's in the air, but I moved the camera. So how are you today? And so far, it's just us, one person plus me. And I'm not seeing any chat at all. I'm sorry, I'm jiggling the camera. It had a thing on it. And can you see everything okay? So I'm going to give it just a little bit longer, and then I'm going to get started. And it may just be me and the one person, and that's fine. I just get to talk to myself a lot, I guess, and the one person. Oh, we got another one. Thank you for coming. Oh, we lost a person. Don't forget to thumbs up, everybody. YouTube likes it when we do that. And we got another person. Hello, thank you for coming. Just giving it a little bit longer. Hi, Clara. Oh, we got some more. So I'm going to wait because I'm seeing more people coming in. That way I don't have to repeat what we're doing. Hello, Nick. How are you? And we got more peoples. Thank you for coming. Nick, are you off already? You can't be off already. You got to be on lunch or something. Oh, good. Okay, so we got 4 or 5 in here, depending. So what we're doing is normally I have a kit downloaded and I pick everything based on the pages in the kit. This time we made book page pockets first. And I made a bingo card while I was offline. And I made a belly band out of leftover paper from the material that I copied. I made 2 of these rose doilies to go on somethings. And I did that offline. But these things, and I made a little baby one. We all made these online, the book page pockets. And we used material that I got in a Happy Mail with some little bows on it out of book pages. And so based on the roses and the material from everything that we made, and we made this paper clip embellishment, which I need to decorate the back of that one. I did decorate this one. Is that a short one? Oh, that's perfect. We can use this little scrap of paper. So I'm going to do this real fast, and it can be drying. Because when this goes on the book, you're going to see this other side. And so I usually do decorate these. So I'm going to do this really fast. So we made all this stuff. And it's got roses on it. And I'm just going to put that on there like that. And hold it down for a minute, because it takes a minute for Elmer's to grab sometimes. Okay. That's going to just sit sat back there to dry. So we made these things. And we put these roses on them. And we had this material. And we decorated them all pretty. But then I had to think, okay, now I need pages that go with this to make a journal. So I download stuff all the time from Pinterest and the internet. These are Artie Mae's freebies. So I'm thinking these would be good because of the roses in our journal. We may need to antique them a little bit, but they would be good. And that's an Artie Mae's freebie, artiemays.com. And so then I'm like, okay, what am I going to... Oh, yesterday, before I get to that, I made these tags. Again, using... This is the remainder of the material. I had just enough of the material left to make these tags at the bottoms. So we have these tags now to go in our book. Okay. So then back to the papers. It was like, what am I going to do? So for backgrounds, this paper is made by me and a friend. My friend Joe, who is Have At It, ordered some kind of lacy laser cut paper. It was really thin. So we came up with the idea of putting the laser cut paper over other paper. This is the background that the laser cut is over on this image I made with paints and sprays and then lightened it up because it was really dark. So I sent her the paper. She put her image on it. She scanned it and sent it back to me. So that's how this came out. And this is that's an image I downloaded, the background, and then she put her laser cut over that. And it's the same laser cut. And then this is my coffee dyed paper with that image on it. So I sent her all the page backgrounds. She put the laser cut image over them, photocopied them, and sent them back to me. And that's what I'm using for the background pages. However, we have to have main pages. So, main pages. Again, I download all the time. That's when I can't sleep at night. I'm usually in Pinterest going down rabbit holes, finding all kind of stuff to download. These, however, I had purchased, and you're probably not supposed to do this, I purchased vellum stickers from AliExpress. They came in. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. How are you today? Hi, King Taco. Thank you for coming. Hi, Tanya. Thank you for coming. So like I said, you're probably not supposed to do this, but I ordered vellum stickers. I thought from the look of them that they were full page. They're not. They're like a 3x3. So I scanned them in and then I blew them up because I figured it looked like a 12x12 page that had been shrunk down. I figured if you can shrink it, I can blow it back up again. I did. So that's what this is. So there's a vellum sticker that's like this big that made this. So I figured that would go good. Oh. How's everybody doing today? And how's everybody's weekend going so far? This is a page I downloaded. I want to say off of Pixabay.com. I put my coffee dye. I printed it. It's a white background. Let me show you because I have an extra one. Well, no, this is a different. It's the same. When you go to Pixabay, you can get like the same things. But like this one had the roses all over it. This one did not. And it had these little baby breaths. This is how it looked when it printed. It was white. I then printed it again with my coffee dyed paper image that I've scanned. And then I printed it a third time to get the background. This was a download from Pinterest. And it's dictionary paper, I think, with roses on it. And I printed it on, actually it came out that dark. This is the material that I photocopied. So we have a copy of that in our book. This is another one of those vellum images blown up. Free from the internet was this page. ArtieMays.com, freebie. Pinterest image. And I just looked for things with roses on them. This I thought was cute because of the doilies. So I thought that would be cute because we're using doilies. So I printed this page. This I thought would go because of the coffee dyed that we're using. And it's got the flowers on it. This is another roses with stripes. How can you go wrong? All these came from Pinterest. Except for the ones that I mentioned. And then the last page. So now here's our inside cover. And I don't know if I'm putting lace at the bottom yet or not. So now I have to figure out order. So I'm thinking I want this to be the middle because I love this. So we're going to just put that one as the middle. But now I have this. So what I try to do is, because I fold my pages this way, we can go in and get them folded. That would help. Let me move the cover out of the way. Okay, so now I have this, and we got a glare. That's the background. So now I look for a page that will go with this background. And I picked backgrounds based on the pages I had chosen. So that's a good one. So then we would put this one. I'm going to fold it in half. Now I'm looking for a page that will go with this background. So I'm just going to keep going through my little pile here. And I got to trim the Artie Mays page. That needs to go next to a coffee dyed looking one. Okay, I saw one. This would be perfect. Oh, but I don't want to use that because it's got the same background on it. So we're going to go back through our stack. That's a different one. Okay. I kind of like those together, so we'll do that. Oh. Fold this one in half. I don't want two of the same backgrounds, one right after the other. So now I need something that will go with this page. That's different, okay? Wait a minute. I wanted to give, we have a third background that we haven't even gotten to. Aha. Hi, Patricia. Thank you for coming. So this will work, and this is the model background that I made. And that works really good with that. Now we need something to go with this. That's got it. Oh, here we go. Now we can do this one. And it's got the darker background on it. So fold it in half. And then what's going to go with that? So this is my whole process for finding pages that go together. Kind of don't like that together. Like that together. And you can journal on this because if you use a black or blue ink pen, it will show up. But you can also add paper with lines or something. Or, and you know, that's when we do the embellishing. There's all kinds of stuff we can do. So throw that in there. And these are printed on 32-pound printer paper. Wait a minute. So that's the same background almost. We'll do the doily one. That's pretty. Fold it in half. Oh, that's not quite folded exactly in half. Let's try that again. That goes together really nicely, and it's got this mottled one on it. And now I kind of want one of the darker backgrounds against the beginning. So, or one of the lighter ones. So it's going to be, I think we'll start out with the Artie Mays at the beginning. So we're going to pull it out of the stack. Because I think this would be pretty against the inside material of the fabric cover. So this will be the last thing we put in. I'm just going to set that off to the side. Okay, so we have this, and I'm picking up flowers. I think this would be pretty with that. And then we'll put this one. And we're down to the last 3 pages. So we're going to put this one plus the Artie Mays one. And then let's look at our backgrounds. Oh, they're the same. Hold up. Okay, they're different. And then we'll do this page. And then we have the Artie Mays page, and I think we're good. Which needs to be trimmed a little bit. Or not. I may just put some edging on that one. It is not from a pad, Maddie. I double print. I double and sometimes triple, like there's, where's that one page? This page was triple printed. It printed the first time and the middle, and thank you for coming, by the way. The middle was white. I printed it again with coffee dyed paper, which is my coffee dyed that I scanned. And then I printed the background on it. And the background was made with a laser cut paper that's overlaid on another paper and then scanned in a printer. And that was made by my friend Jo, who was Have At It. She had the laser cut, and I sent her the backgrounds that I wanted. And she scanned them and sent them back to me. you're welcome, Maddie. So I double print a lot of stuff. I pick out my backgrounds that I'm going to use. Last time I made Coffee Dyed, I scanned it because it was really pretty. And so I scanned some of those pages in because I'm not going to be able to duplicate it. Hi, Joey. Thank you for coming. And that way I can use it again without having to try to duplicate it. And how are you, Maddie? Okay, I think I've said hi to everybody that's come in. I got Patricia and Joey and Maddie. So, and this was, let me show you if I can find them really quickly. They were ordered, should be. Of course, I'm not going to find them really quickly. They should have been in the top of my sticker pack, but they're not. Oh, wait, here they are. I ordered from AliExpress. Hi, Shauna. I'm trying to find the one that goes with that. Which one is that? That's this one. Okay. From AliExpress, I ordered vellum stickers, and I thought, it goes this way, that they would be bigger than this. They looked like 12 by 12 pages on their picture. So when I got them and they weren't, I put it on my printer backed with white paper. I didn't use the sticker. It's still a sticker. I just laid it on the printer, white paper behind it. Actually, I medical taped it down to white paper. That way I could take the tape back off without hurting the image. I scanned it. I then photo edited it and blew it up. You're probably not supposed to do that. But that's what I did to make this image and this image were both from those vellum stickers. And they were from AliExpress, and I thought they were going to be bigger and that I would be able to make paper with them. But now I can. So there's all kind of things you can do with your printers, guys, and your scanners and your photo editing software. And my chair is stuck. So I printed them out, got them scanned, the stickers, and then I chose some of those pages. So this is going to be the lineup of the pages. This is let's start at the beginning of the book. And my camera's lower today so that y'all are closer in. Okay, so let's just start from the cover. Whoops, it goes this way. I have the lace at the top. Okay, so here's the cover. And we've got this material repeated throughout, which I did photocopy the material so I could continue using it because I was limited. And that was a gift and Happy Mail. So we have our cover, and then we have our pages. Are going to be lined up like this. I may need to raise my camera up. And again, I printed this on 32-pound paper. And I love that paper for journals. Especially with the double printing. I don't have to worry about my inks bleeding. So does anybody have any questions while we're just flipping through what our pages are going to look like? And there it is. And then, of course, they reverse, going the other way. And it's going to be a single signature. It will not be this. This is probably the last time it's going to be this flat because I don't make flat journals. I make fluffy puffies. This is one that's almost finished, and there's going to be a walkthrough. This was for a time challenge for another group. But see, it started out that flat. It has just as many pages as that one has, but I don't do flat. Oh, Joey, your colors are great. Oh, I can tell you about the cover. That's no problem, Maddie. Oh, good, Maddie. Well, see, I wasn't sure how that counted when you altar stuff. So that's good to know. So the cover. Okay, I got a happy mail from Mary Jones. Mary's usually in here. She'll watch later. In her happy mail, we've been happy mailing back and forth for a while. Email buddies. And she had asked me what I needed. So I let her know that what I really needed was fabric scrap. So if there's a happy mail video about 3 videos before this one, and there's 2 parts. That is my happy mail from Mary. And this fabric was in there. So when I started the other day making the book pocket embellishments, which are these, we're going to have to make some more, guys. We don't have enough embellishments for our journal. And I realize that. I know how many embellishments I need for a journal. And this not. So we made our book pocket pages, but I used the material. This material here. Normally I don't make a journal with embellishments first. We did this one that way. So we made our book pocket pages, and I'm like, we need a journal. So then the next, and we made this, and we made something else. There was, another one of those that's up here drying because I altered the back of the paper clip. Hi, Ashley. Thank you for coming. So we made this one, and they all had the fabric on them. So then I was like, when we were done, I'm like, so now we need a cover because this is going to end up being a journal. And I wanted to use the fabric. However, this is all of the fabric I had left except for a little tiny piece that I used at the bottom of my 6 tags I made yesterday. Thank you, Ashley. So I had like a piece about maybe that long that I cut into 6 little strips to put at the bottom of those tags. So I wanted to make the cover, but I knew I was limited on this fabric. But I also had in that same Happy Mail, this fabric, and it was a bigger piece. This fabric was like a 3-inch wide strip. So I started playing around with placement. I did a search on YouTube for quilt patterns, and there was, I think it was called, I'm going to get it wrong now. It was kind of like a door panel or window pane. The way it was it had these same stripes going down, but here it had little square blocks. I decided not to do the square blocks and just to make it strips. So that's where this idea came from. So I used a quilt pattern, but I altered it. It's not sewn straight. I'm not a seamstress. Y'all, I got fired from a sewing factory. It's a true story. Because my seams weren't straight, and you kind of have to if you're making pajama pants, which is what I can't sew straight. 3 days they fired me. So I'm not a seamstress. I know it's not the straightest sewing in the world, but it is handmade. I will get better over time. But it is a true story that I got fired from a sewing factory. So, and now I want to sew, and I want to sew paper. That's so funny to me. So that was how I came with the outside cover. There is a sheet of cardstock in the middle, just for stability, 110-pound card. Then I used one of the bigger pieces of this material to face it with and sewed all around it. And then I added my lace at the top. And I'm undecided whether I want to put lace here or leave it plain and just do more embellishments and stuff. But there is card in here for stability. But it's still a soft, flexible cover. Maddie, I hope that answered your question. About the cover. Oh, you are welcome, Maddie, and I keep missing your lives too, and I'm so sorry about that. So that's all we were really going to do today, guys, was this. Organize our pages. Now, the other thing that I do is I know there's going to be a front pocket here. At this point, I'm thinking fabric pocket because it's fabric cover. I usually put a pocket so we can put like the library card, that kind of thing in here. I may use one of these tags in the pocket. That would be pretty. One of these tags in a pocket. And then on the back of this stamp, and this is made from file folder. At the back of this stamp on it, this book belongs to, or something. So that would be pretty in a pocket here. I usually always put another pocket here. So, which we don't have them. Those pockets are not made yet. Probably be library pockets for these. Or an envelope. And then I just go through and I'm like, so now what can we do? This would be a journaling page. So the most I would do here would be a paper clip. So this might be a place to put like one of these paper clip embellishments. That would be pretty on that page. And it's decorated on the back. Because when you put it on your page, thusly, I like it when you flip the page over that this is not left plain. So I decorated it. And the other one of those that we made also has been decorated. And this one goes on the page sideways because we made sure we put the paper clip for that purpose. And so, again, I don't like to leave the back plain, so I put a little floral embellishment on there. So when this goes on a page, I'm going to leave that there for now. We can always pull it out. Let's find a page that will work on. One of these dark ones. We would paper clip it. Make sure I get my paper clip. With these totally hidden paper clips, sometimes it's hard to find where the clip is. Just slide it all the way on. And we knew that this was going to hang off a little bit, which is fine because you're going to have lace on other pages. And then you would just tuck something. You could tuck a tag back there. You could put, I'm looking at what I got printed out already that I can grab from. Where's a time card or something? Well, this will work. It's kind of big. You could put something like this behind it, which makes a spot for them to journal on. That would actually be pretty in our journal. So, and then when you flip the page, where are the postcards? I have postcards printed out. We could tuck a postcard in there if I can find them. Now, I have a whole stack of postcards somewhere printed out. There they are. Oh, there's a pretty pink one. Well, we'll use this one. So then you can just clip a postcard in here. And this is decorated. We now have this page is kind of decorated. We can leave this page alone. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Thank you for coming. I want to join you on the panel, Maddie. I do want to do that. That looks like so much fun. We'll have to get together and set that up. This paper is paper that I kind of designed. Well, the backgrounds. These are images. Fronts of them are images from the internet. And I just do a search like with this one, I already had paper downloaded, but if I didn't, I would have done a search for free printable rose background paper. And then Pinterest just does its thing and you get all kind of stuff. Yes, I am losing stuff in the craft room already. Hi, Anne. How are you? Thank you for coming. So this is what I do with what I've already, like embellishment. And this is what I was using to glue polymer clay tiles to tops of boxes. It's great. I like it better than tacky glue. And on here it says wood, tile, glass, foam, stone, ceramics, and more. I figure if it's good for all that, it'll work with paper. It grabs really fast. We were getting it at Walmart. Couldn't find it at Walmart. This one came from Ace Hardware. It's buffering. It may be the paper, you guys. Hang on. Move the paper. Wait, let's see. Because the paper will sometimes create buffering issues. And if that's it, we can just work on a page at a time. Is it better or still buffering? I know, I love it when she says Mylanta. Okay, so it may be the paper, because paper, I have noticed, can cause it to buffer. So what we'll do, we'll just pull out this one page. Hopefully this is going to make it not buffer. If it does, I'll put something. If it's not so. You lost connection. Am I back? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Our signal has been horrible. So I just put just a little tiny bit up here. I'm going to put a little tiny bit down here. And I always smooth it. And then we're just going to, I know that our fold is here. Place it on our paper. Okay, so anybody that's got problems, just refresh. You may need to go out and come back in because Ashley says it's fine. Okay. So that was there. Let me put our book back together. Get that off my finger before I stick everything up. So this is my process. I just start putting things in. And like we have this pocket, which we have to decide, are we going to glue it down? And if we do, if we glue it on this side, are we going to leave a pocket here? If we put it on a page over, well, let's get to a different page. If we put it over here, same thing. Are we going to leave it open on one side or the other? Or are we going to leave it open at the top so that we have more of a pocket? And it also has a tuck spot. So I would have to find something to go in here. Okay, great. So we have a tuck here. And for that reason, I would probably put it on a left facing page or a right hand facing page because it's just easy. Well, we could put it over on something like this. But we have the pocket with our tag. We have a tuck. And then we could have another pocket. Or another tuck, depending how we put it down. This page I probably won't honestly do anything with because it's the middle of the book. It's going to have our signatures. That's where our strings are going to be. I'm going to see what I can do to put on here for charms. I may have some little rose charms or something. Oh, I'm sorry, Maddie, but thank you so much for coming. Okay, great, Maddie. I'll do that. Thank you. And you have a great day. And I'm sorry that it's buffering that bad. Is it still doing it for everybody? I think it's the paper. YouTube and paper don't like each other. So let's see, where can we put this? So we already know we're going to need to make pockets for this page. We're going to leave our paper clip there. I like it, but we need to find something to put under the paper clip. Oh, I printed ephemera out for this. Where did it go? I have ephemera printed out. We could put one of our bingo cards. That's going to conflict too much. Let's don't. Well, anything's going to probably conflict. Let's see. Where did my ephemera go that I printed? Oh, it's over here. It needs to be antiqued. But I kind of like her. So I will antique it better. And it's already on the coffee dyed paper on the back, which is a great journaling. Oh, we're going to cover her over. I don't want to do that. So we'll do this one. And I printed these out full size. If I wanted them smaller, you just put more. Hi, Dana. How are you, hon? And I keep hitting the camera because it's lower today. So I will antique this up a little bit so it's not so white looking. But we'll put that there. And then, I don't know what we're going to do on that page. We have this paper clip. Now, this would be a good place to stick a bingo card. And they're on coffee dyed paper as well. And then this page, we probably put something small at the top because this, or an envelope, which we don't have made yet. We have to make paper envelopes. So this would be a good place to put an envelope with a paper clip. It would be a great place to do that. Well, we have the Artie Mays ones. Where did I put them? Okay. I just had them. Here they are. They're not put together, but we could put one together really fast. And I have the ephemera that will fit in the pocket. So, I printed these 2 to a page. So they are bigger. And I probably want to print some of the full-size ones. At least one. And I don't have another paper clip embellish. Yes, I do. We have little ones. Okay, we're good. So we're going to need to make some more paper clips, guys. So I think Tuesday we're going to be doing ephemera again. Book page envelopes and stuff because we need to get those. Because we don't have enough. And all I'm doing, because I may be off camera, I'm just running a little bit of glue. And I'm using this because it grabs fast. It doesn't ooze as much as Elmer's. And I'm off camera. So now I'm just gluing it down. And I have this little card. That we can put right in there. Then what I would do is this. I would get one of our paper clips. This is a cute one. And we want a paper. And we did not decorate the back of this paper clip. So I need to go back and do that. Because it's plain. It's got stripes on it. Excuse me. So I would just paper clip that on there. And then when you flip the page, right, did we get our paper clip on here straight? That's going to need an embellishment of some kind. And I have, oh, we could embellish it real quick and then talk for a minute while it dries because these are cute. I shall fussy cut this out real fast. Now, envelopes I generally print on 24-pound paper because it makes them, they're not as stiff that way. These were printed on the 32-pound paper because I forgot to change the paper in the printer. So now, what if I just glue? That's not going to cover. Well, try again. There's a bigger version. Okay. These flowers came from Shabby Dabby Doodah. She has a flower kit, and that's what these are. And I don't remember the name of the kit. And I don't want that baby one at the bottom, so I'm just going to snip around it. We're going to pretend like it's not there. But once this uploads, I will link her videos. She's got a whole series on flower embellishments. So I think that will cover that up nicely. So I'm just going to put some of our little Weld-On glue on here, only because it grabs and doesn't ooze. It's really sticky glue. And we'll put our little embellishment. We want to cover up most, if not all, of the paperclip part. That'll do it. Okay. So now we have that on there. That page is decorated. And this page is also decorated. We can put something behind. Oh, we have the envelope. But you could always put something else. So like if we wanted, we could put this under the envelope flap and tuck it in also. So that it's not so plain looking. This is probably going to get a pocket. And probably a pocket made out of the same material because I kind of like to do that kind of thing. Or we could put maybe a book pocket with some of this on it. It might be a good place to put this pocket. Ooh, that is pretty there. But I kind of like to have, well, I don't guess it matters. And then we got to find a tag for back here. And we got to decide if we're going to keep that open or not. Thank you, Tanya. So it's just, at this point, this is what we do. But I know I don't have enough embellishments made to decorate the whole book the way I decorate. So I know that I will have to print out some more embellishments. I'm looking through what I have printed. That's pretty. We could probably use that in here. I have stuff printed out. There's a little tiny trifold we could put some stuff on and use. Oh, that's way too big. I don't know what I was thinking about. This I didn't shrink down. And it covers a whole page. So that's not going to work in this particular journal. Oh, here's some more stuff. Little stuff. That's a little one of those things because I shrank stuff. We could use that. So I'll just go through, and I've got other stuff printed and cut out too. I have a whole container over here off the side of stuff that could be used in here. I was thinking about putting those somewhere. And maybe those. We have her. This is Lady Gardening. We have her. These were downloaded from these images from the old design shop. We have that. This is where my stuff went to, guys. It's in my bin. Oh, that would be pretty. I would need to cut it down, and that would make a really pretty belly band. And this was Ephemera Variety Set 5 from the old design shop. I kind of like her. That's pretty. That's also from the old design shop, and that's pretty. It's a little bit different. Another bank thing. Another postcard. And I can't see chat right now, guys. And then these, I would have to look to see where I got them from, but I wanted to use them. So when we make book pockets, we're going to probably use these ladies. on some book pockets. Oh, there's something on the bottom. Garden something. I'll look it up to see where I got them. They were a free download. So I cut apart a bunch of stuff the other day to use in our journal. These are from Tsunami Rose, and I thought the roses would look really good. And we've already got some of the bigger roses on things to use. But these are made to be corner tuck spots on pages. Or, you know, at the bottom. So I thought those might be good for some pockets and tucks. And that's a Tsunami Rose kit. So we have a lot of stuff to use. We just have to make it work. So, and here's some smaller ones of those. So I think we have enough ephemera printed out maybe. We just have to put stuff together that will use it all. And I got bigger stuff and smaller stuff. And I will go back and look at those ladies because I love those ladies and see where they came from. This I know was a free Pinterest. That was probably, these were Pinterest, these were. And that's the Design Shop. That was part of one of the old design shops. This was, I know those were, this was an internet download off of Pinterest. They're gorgeous. Well, it started on Pinterest, and I probably went down a rabbit hole and got those, but the website information's down here. I can give you that information. Okay, and I know these were Tsunami Rose. And they're gorgeous. And they're for corner pages or tuck spots on pages. So those, I think, are going to go really pretty on some of our darker pages and provide us with some pockets. We might even put them on book pocket pages or book pocket envelopes and stuff. But we do need to make some more stuff on Tuesday. So this is my process. I go through and I decide what I'm going to put on the page, and I basically build my journal before I sew it in. Because it's easier for me to do it this way than to sew it all in and then do it. So hi Joy, how are you? Thank you for coming. So this is my process of what I do. Now the other thing is, let me move this out of the way because I don't want to cause the camera to go crazy. I have these napkins. And I happen to have a doily die that I just got that will cut this into a doily. And I have a small one that I can use on these corner pieces to make little. So I'm thinking if we antique these, a dabber, we can play. I'm going to start somewhere other than on the napkin. They'll go in our journal. And these are just glued on with glue stick. And I'm just trying to lightly antique, not like crazy antique. Dab it on the paper where I don't want it, or it doesn't matter. And I did get, if y'all are watching the Hobby Lobby saga, I got my replacement ink from Hobby Lobby. Y'all, I had to call them again. Because it's still dried out and it's still ugly. I'll show you. It's horrible. And so she said they were going to send a note to the warehouse, which they were supposed to open it before they sent it. They did not. And she was going to put a note in for the warehouse to check. She thinks they have a defective shipment in their warehouse. And it's not, I mean, I love Hobby Lobby. I'm not dissing Hobby Lobby whatsoever. And if it is a defective shipment, and they're all like that, she will issue me a refund. If it's just the one that happened to be getting are like that, they will send me another one. I told her I would really just like to get one that's not yuck, you know? I'll show you the color of them and what they look like. Now, I've never had an oxide. I've never had Tim Holtz. Oops. It's off the edge. We're good. I got them because they were on sale, and I really wanted some vintage photo. So if you all have them and yours looks like this, just let me know. But when I see them online, they're a pretty nice chocolate brown color. Mine are not that. I know I'm going to not be using this part of my paper. So this is an ink that I was gifted. And it's what I have. That's the closest thing to vintage photo that I have. But at least everything's going to match. So that's this. And it's brown. It just says it's brown. Here are my vintage photos. This is the first one. It's this. I have a sponge. Let me get a new sponge just so you can see that I'm not contaminating the sponge in some way. Where'd they go? Aha. So, it looks like this. And this has been upside down on my desk for almost a week now. And it's not wet. As you can see, it's not wet. And this is the first one. And I'm really having to press on this, guys, to get anything. Okay. It looks really cool on the sponge. I'm just going to... Oh. Let me get a white paper. Okay. But when you do this, it's just not the right color. I am not happy. That's not how vintage photo looks when anybody that I watch do it online. That's not how theirs looks. Hi, Steffi. How are you? Thank you for coming. No, she is on the road back to, I think, Indiana to take her sister home, Steffi. So that's the first one they sent. And that's what it looks like. And it, to me, see, now it's coming out with that green, yucky. That is not brown. And y'all saw it was a clean sponge. That is not pretty brown vintage photo that anybody I see online using it. Their ink pads don't look like this either. So that was the first one. This is the one I got yesterday. It looks the same. Exactly. And I'm going to use the different side of my sponge. Exactly the same. I was not happy. It's still dried out looking. There's ink around here, but that's not doing me any good. And this one has been upside down, and I didn't get it yesterday. I got it Thursday. It's been upside down since Thursday, and that's still what it looks like. And as you see, it is a dry ink pad. In order to get ink, and I'm having to press, guys. I mean, I'm pressing on this pad to get any kind of ink. And here it is. It looks sort of pretty to begin with. But if you try to use it like to edge something, it looks like, okay, this is going to sound kind of gross. Green baby poop. That is not what I want when I'm edging paper. I don't want that. And if I do it from fresh, so let me squish my sponge into this pad, which looks really good. But it still comes out. It's not the right color. It's just not the pretty brown color that you expect when you use vintage photo. I'm getting what I'm calling yuck. It's just not pretty, people. So they're going to check into it. They'll probably be sending me a replacement. Or at this point, just give me a refund and let me go buy it somewhere else. Because this is not, I'm not happy with this. So, right, but Tanya, it shouldn't come from the warehouse dried out, sealed in a package. So, I mean, I get that if you have it and you're not using it, it could dry out. Any ink's going to do that. But new in the package, it shouldn't do this. I don't think, I mean, I would think Ranger would need to fix that. That's not good. So that is my Hobby Lobby. I'll keep you updated. I figure I should hear from them by Wednesday. She said to give it 3 to 4 days. They're closed on the weekend. At least that department that would handle this is. So I will give them their 3 or 4 days. I should hear back from them by Wednesday. If I don't, I will be calling them back. And I will keep you all updated. And these are supposed to get cut out for our book as well. So, and I found some more stuff. Oh no, that was maybe a possibility for the book. Some words. Oh, these would be good at the top of pages. These are bigger words. Some ladies that might be possibilities to land in our book. And that's all out of that stack. Now, I did have... Where did my embellishment stack go? Problem with a big desk is it's easy to lose stuff on it. I had some seed bulb packages that I actually sat here and distressed already. Ephemera stuff. Oh, here they are. They're buried. So, let me move these. These are all things that we're going to probably be able to use. Let me move the napkin paper. So, we went through and we already picked out these. But I found all these are all downloaded from the internet. It downloaded them 1 to a page. So, hi Mary, how are you? Thank you for coming. I put them, how many did I put on a page? I want to say 6 a page to get them this size, which I think are a good size. And we have some bingo cards. I made this bingo card. I did the baby oil on the hand. I made this one. I made this little baby one. And that, I put baby oil on a book page for that. And Mary, you did not see the cover yet. So I want to show Mary the cover. Because Mary was helping with the cover the other day. And Mary, I didn't do exactly what we were talking about. I went and searched quilt pattern, Mary, and I found one. I think it was like a window pane or something, where it had these sides on it. And then this was 3 different quilt blocks. Well, I decided to not go with the quilt blocks, and I did the strips because this was all of this fabric that I had left. This was also a fabric that was gifted to me by the other Mary. Thank you, Mary. And so I used it, and then this was a fabric also gifted. It's like a 3-inch wide strip that I cut down for this, put lace at the top, and then that is the backing fabric. So it matches this. And there is cardstock in the middle for stability, but other than that, it's a fabric cover. And nothing is glued. It's all sewn. I did not glue my fabrics down first, which was, let me tell y'all, sewing this together or sewing it to the card without having it glued down, that was an experience. But I'll get better at it. So I will get better at it. But I like our cover. And this will be this, of course, that's on the spine. So, and now I'm trying to figure out how to embellish it. What kind of things. Yeah, I didn't glue mine. I probably should. It would have made it easier had I not. So I probably should have. So, and we went through and we got our pages all lined up and everything. And Clara, if you're still here, I have been thinking about making some ephemera. Oh, yes. And the other thing, Well, I'm talking about ephemera. I made these yesterday. Well, we already made the paper clips, and this is what I was thinking about, Clara. Is this the kind of paper clips that you would want, the ones with the paper wrap that are embellished, or because I can make some of these up, and those are little flowers. Where did they come from? Oh, those came from AliExpress, and I painted them. That's one of the little bead flowers we made the other day. The spine on the cover, it's going to be one signature. So this is the spine where it's folded, because our papers, because it's just one signature, just slide in, and then I will sew it I will sew it here. It's going to be, which there's not a walkthrough on this yet, because I still have a few things to do to this one. It's finished, other than I need to put my paper clip dangles on it. This is the same kind of spine, but this one is totally book cover, or cardstock. Is that cardstock? Or is that the canvas one? This one may be canvas that I glued paper to. And it is. This is a piece of canvas bag. I gessoed it, and then I put my papers on it, and it made this like really hard, like chipboard hard almost. It's the same thing though. It's the size of a cardstock. It's folded in half. The signature, same number of pages that one has. And there's going to be a walkthrough on this. It's a time challenge journal. Same number of pages. It is sewed here. And then I put lace over my spine to help strengthen the spine. And it just hides the sewing. Because in this one, in the center, are little clocks. So that's going to have, this is going to be the same way. This journal, like I said, this is as flat as it's ever going to be, guys. It is. Some of that is the lace you sent me. Yes, Steffi. Right. And they all start out like this. That one started out like this. And then it became like this. My journals, it's just what I do. I make fluffies. So, oh, I'm enjoying every bit of it that you sent, Steph. All of it. So, I put this little beaded flower on this paper clip, and then I put this little beaded flower that we made Thursday onto this paper clip with some lace. And then on these ones, we made these, and they just got the little bead centers. Little beads going down the middle. And these will become dangles. And then I made this one where I wired the beads to the paper clip. And it's really pretty when it's dangling and it catches the light and sparkles. I need to make more if I'm going to use that one. And then we still have these 3 fabric ones to embellish. But normally I have 10 that dangle. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have our 10. I mean, those won't get used on another project. But normally I put 10 to dangle. I could always put more. Or I could use some of them on tags, like I told you the other day. Where's a tag? Like this tag is kind of plain at the top. So we could take, why don't we do that? And untie it. And we just loop it through here first. Wait a minute. Make sure I loop it the correct way so it hangs correctly on the tag. And then, okay, I'm going to do this way. It's going to come out the same. Put the material back through my tag. See, I could have done this without pulling everything apart. Okay. Now I'm going to take and put the paper clip. Boy, talk about fiddly stuff. Fiddly. Okay, so now I've got my little ribbon legs coming through my paper clip, and it's hanging the correct way. I'm just going to get my loop back. Make sure I don't lose a leg of the ribbon. and put those through. And then we're going to pull it tight again. And now we have this pretty little embellishment. So now I definitely need to make a one because now I don't have it 9. But now we have that little embellishment, and when it's in our pocket, it now looks like this. And Clara was saying that her hands, I think Clara was her hands in